What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Suave, and yes, sir, we back with another Suave Experience TV episode. It's your boy Suave, man. Today we got
Rhythm the M3.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man, I appreciate you for pulling up, brother. Appreciate you for the invite.
Yeah, likewise. Thank you for having me, man.
Man, if y'all don't know, man, y'all all must have seen this background before. And yes, sir, we are at Prophecy Studios out here. We'll set the address at the bottom so y'all know. But other than that, man, let's jump right into it.
For sure, for sure.
Hey, brother, so let's go ahead and get into it, man. Let's go ahead and tell me a little bit about yourself.
So, again, like I said, my name is Rhythm the M3. I'm an artist based out of Dallas, Texas. I've been out here for years, bro. I've really been doing this for a little minute. I've been kind of ducked off these last few years, but been in the mix for a long time. Like we was just talking about being here at Prophecy Studio. I was there with Prophecy from the very, very beginning. And, you know, there's a lot of people that are in the scene that are doing some big things now that I was lucky to come across in my journey back in the day. And so yeah, man, I rap, I write music, I'm an artist, I'm a creator, bro. I'm a contributor to the world type shit. I'm just trying to make it better than it was when I got here, bro.
Love that, love that. So you say you started back here, you know, you was with Prophecy a lot of the times. What was that experience like? You want to elaborate a little bit more on that experience, what you kind of saw, what the kind of ideas maybe you helped contribute to as far as, you know, like you said, molding yourself, you know, as far as rapping, writing songs, you know, things like that.
Yeah, for sure. So I would say it was a learning curve. And what I mean by that was that, like, where we are now, like the places that we've gotten to is not something that you might have seen when we first started, because we really started from absolutely nothing, bro. Like literally, there was no videographers around us. There was no like active movement with people in the scene at the time. We started really getting active back in like 2009, bro. 2009, 2010. And at this time, I was going to school in Austin, Texas. Shout out to the Longhorns and shit. I went to UT for like a year, and then I fuck around and party too hard and didn't study enough, so I got my bitch ass kicked out. They put me on academic probation, and so I ended up going to community college. And I came back to Dallas, and I went to Eastfield. And so when I was out here, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. And my brother suggested doing music school, and there just happened to be a program at DCCCD, Cedar Valley, for music recording. And so, you know, when I came back, me and Prophecy had already known each other from years before that. I met him through my niece. Him and my niece used to go to high school together, Skyline. And he was doing her 15. At the 15, me and him got cool, so we became homies. Like, this is way before I was making music like that, or before he even, you know, had any idea of messing with any videos. We were just homies, bro. We used to kick it together. We used to play soccer together and listen to music and shit. We used to listen to Pookie and Lucci, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. So, you know, that was our life. We were just, you know, young Mexicans in Pleasant Grove trying to figure out life. And I was a couple years older than the homie, so like I said, I had went off to school. And he stayed here. When I came back, I linked up with him again. And we both started going to school together. And I decided, like I said, I wanted to pursue music. And with that, we started making records together. I had showed him some music. He was probably the first person that I even showed my music to that gave me a thumbs up. That was like, yeah, bro, like you might want to, you know, keep on making more music and shit. So I was like, all right, bet. He gave me a pat on the back. And then we went from there. He wanted to contribute, so he actually wrote a couple rap songs himself. And back in the day, he probably ain't gonna tell you that, but he got on a couple songs. And it was cool, but he didn't want to pursue that. He wanted to do something else. He wanted to contribute in another way. So I think he experimented with beats for a little bit. And during that time, he came across somebody who was basically doing like a video giveaway for people that did submissions. So Prophecy was like, yeah, bro, like let's go and put our song in and see if we can win. Because at that point he was trying to like dabble kind of like a manager. Like he was trying to get in however he could fit in. I was rapping and he was trying to make it bubble. And so that was the team. And so yeah, he submitted a song and we ended up getting the video won from the dude, this guy named Fier Swan. So Fier, if you ever see this, bro, appreciate you because you done started some shit, bro. But so yeah, so that's how it happened. Prophecy hooks up this video for us with the song that we had done, and we go and we shoot this video with this gentleman. We did this song in downtown Dallas, and after shooting the music video, I remember Prophecy being like, bro, like, I think I can do this shit, bro. Like, what this guy did, I can do this shit, bro. And he always been like that, like since the time we were young, he was real like competitive and shit. Like he'll pick up on something that he wants to do, and he will want to be the best at the shit, and he will like purposely compete with motherfuckers to be the best at the shit. Cause this is his drive and shit, his fire. And so that's what he did. He look, speaking of, we talking about you, bro.
Man, that's what's up.
We talking shit.
Okay.
So, bro, then he stole my motherfucking. No, anyways. but yeah, so that's how it all started off. You know, with the desire to want to do something. Oh, y'all go ahead. I mean, long story short, like, yeah, we did the music video. He got inspired to do the video, and then he started using whatever camera he could get a hold of. And at that time, since I was going to school, I had financial aid money. So he asked me for some money so he could go buy himself a camera, and I lent him money that I had got from my financial aid, and he went to go get his camera. And then we shot his first. Well, I shot my first videos with him. He shot his first videos. You know, doing my stuff. And that's how we got started. That's how he got started. Shit, yeah, man. I was also engineering, you know what I'm saying? I was mixing and mastering shit for myself and for other artists. And through that, I started spreading his word, like, hey, bro, I got a partner that does videos and shit. And so people that would fuck with me on the recording would go fuck with him on the videos, because we just kept it in-house. And it just kept going like that, bro. Like, next thing you know, he was doing really, really good work, and, you know, meeting his own people and networking whenever we would go out to events and shit. So, like, I ain't do nothing but, like, introduce, you know what I mean, and, like, type shit and help out, you know what I mean, and he fucking ran with it, and now we're in his facility doing this piece type shit. So, yeah, man, it goes to show the value of planting seeds, bro.
Yes, sir, man. Like I said, bro, you gotta invest in your people, gotta trust and believe. At the end of the day, y'all work as a team, work as a unity. You know, at the end of the day, y'all both gonna accomplish the same thing. So you, on your life, the way, obviously we got a little spill about how Prophecy became Prophecy.
For sure.
With you rapping and the way you rap. So what was the purpose on why you kind of stopped rapping for a little bit?
Bro, okay, so I got really good momentum through like the early 2010s, and so like 2013 even, Ralph the promoter, he had done an event where he did awards for Dallas, and he awarded me with the Lyricist of the Year award, and we had some good motion at that time. And then going into early 2014, and I say this to preface where I'm going next, to answer the question, but 2014 we did a show in Deep Ellum, and we packed the bitch out. It was Elm Street Bar was the name of the spot, and it was like 2 levels, and that bitch was full, and I brought out a bunch of local artists, so there was no like mainstream artists, there was no local artists, and you know, we headlined, and it was lit as fuck. We had the whole bitch lleno hasta la madre, and we had a really good time that night. After that, I started having a lot of phone calls and attention to try to do things, which was appreciated, but at the same time, I also started doing a lot of shrooms. Which
That boy was a chiller.
yeah, man, look, needless to say, like it opened up a lot of conversations within myself about my purpose for making music, and so I had a lot of internal debates on whether or not, you know, I wanted to try to exploit my art to try to make a living, or, you know, because I don't know, I felt like there was a lot of pressure that would come with like doing it as a necessity versus doing it as an inspiration.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I never felt comfortable with like forcing my pen. I never felt comfortable with creating inorganically. I never felt comfortable with trying to be inauthentic to try to sell something to somebody. So I just didn't feel any necessity to. And if my music started gravitating towards that, I'd rather keep it inside than put it out. Like I started really appreciating and respecting like the power of music itself. And so I didn't want to disrespect the craft or disrespect myself or disrespect the people that were listening to my music if like what I was putting out was not going to be something that I was okay with type shit. I don't know. It's deep, bro. But yeah.
What is your take on music itself? Like, what does music mean to you?
Music is everything, man. Honestly, like art is life, and life is art. Like music paints colors, bro. Just like we have colors, and colors kind of bring what we see to life. It's the same thing with music, right? Music brings what we hear to life, and you know, it's another form of expression. It's a beautiful form of expression. Like, you know, we have dance, we have paint, we got Van Goghs, and we got Monets and Rembrandts, Picassos. But then we got, you know, the Alchemists, and we got MF Dooms, and we got Tupacs, and we got B.I.G.'s, right? So it's like, there's a beauty in the way that we can put sounds together, and then, you know, it just happens to be one of my preferred like mediums for art because it can really hit you. Like, I don't know, something about music really grabs me by the chest and makes me feel alive. Maybe it's just me.
Nah, you're right. I'm being 100 with you. What is your take on drill music?
As far as like its existence, its effect,
Yeah.
I think everybody has to have a space to be able to create. So if that's what the people that are making it feel like they want to make, then that's what they're gonna make. Like, they could be out doing some crazy shit at that moment, or they could be making a song reflecting their experiences with it.
Yeah.
And if there's something to learn from the experiences that we see and hear from, then that's a win in of itself. Like I'm not gonna advocate for like knucklehead activity for the sense of knucklehead activity, but at the same time, art is art, and I'm not gonna stand between nobody and their ability to create. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like there's a necessity when, like, drug activity or gun activity, do you feel like that's a necessity in music videos when you're trying to express, I guess, your music, your rap, or?
Nah, necessity, absolutely not. Nah, because I think, and I don't know, this might ruffle some feathers sometimes, but like, it's like, depending on how you approach it, you know, everything that's being put into the music is gonna be like your perspective on what it does to your life and how you expect it. How can I say it? It's like you don't have to include it in the music. If you do include it in the music and it's for the purpose of like trying to get other people to be like you, I think that's unnecessary. If you're expressing your experiences with situations, then again, it just goes back to the art, right? Like, I think everybody's allowed to express whatever they're going through, but it's definitely not a necessity. Like, on the contrary, I think right now we're a little oversaturated, you know what I mean, with like, with addiction in general, and one of those ways obviously is like consumption of things. I mean, I'm not gonna be a hypocrite, right? Like, I smoke, but at the same time, like, there's so many other parts of life to appreciate, and so many other ways to express oneself that like it's absolutely not a necessity. It's a small piece of the pie that is life. You know what I mean? Like, don't get stuck in a niche. Talk about it if it's something. Juicy J made a whole career off the shit.
Yeah.
But that don't mean that they ain't, you know, you can't still, you know, talk about life for sure.
Oh yeah, no, most definitely, brother. So let me ask you this: what stops you from being you and making your music and producing and getting to that level of where, like, for instance, I'm gonna say like, okay, like Mo 3's level, OC Chris's level, you know, like on that type. Obviously, we know like Mo 3's a little bigger, way bigger than OC Chris, right? But getting to that level, right, in the rap industry, getting noticed by, you know, Adam 22 and those type of people like that, being on platforms. What is your take on why you can get that far?
Man, I think it's just a matter of like purposeful motion, right? Like sometimes, I don't know, I get anxious about the future and that will stop me from making decisions type shit. Like I'll be like, man, like what if, you know, what if I fail type shit, or what if I'm not good enough? And sometimes being in my own head can stop me from being able to push forward. But I feel like that's something that recently, like, I really just stopped giving a fuck. That's part of the reason why I'm doing this right now, because like, I feel like there's more to gain in getting over a little bit of self-embarrassment than, you know, than anything, because there's a lot to lose if I was just to try to box myself in. Like at the end of the day, nobody really knows what's gonna happen, so I don't even have any expectations, but what I do want to do is at least put myself out there so there's an opportunity for anybody who can resonate with this shit to fucking resonate with it, you know what I'm saying? Like I just got engaged recently, right?
Congratulations.
Thank you. I have been with my girl for 10 years, bro. 10 years. A lot of people look at that and be like, that will also ruffle some feathers, bro.
Yeah.
You know? Understandably so. And needless to say, like, I should have done it a long time ago. But I also feel like it's better sometimes to be patient about things than to rush some things. And so this is one of those situations where, like, if I want to make something permanent, I feel like making it something that's chosen, you know, with time is better than rushing into it. Another thing is too, like, I feel like when I was younger, maybe when I had the momentum, I didn't really have the knowledge or the wisdom to be able to handle myself accordingly. And I like, if I'm not in the mindset where I'm gonna make the best decisions, then I'm just fueling myself with something that's gonna, you know, lead me in the wrong direction. To me, right? Maybe not everybody's like that. But now I feel like I've lost a lot of people, you know. I've taken a few steps back. At that time, I was just like party mode and work mode, and that's pretty much all I knew is party and working. And so it was hard for me to put into perspective like just everyday things like raising a child or having a job type shit, because I was fucking hustling and making music only type shit. And so my perspective was very much one-dimensional, right? Like, I was like, yeah, go hard, hustle, and like grind and shit like that, which is true. You definitely got to do that. But then there's this other side of it that's like, why you have to hustle and why you have to grind, and like, it's like a certain duality that's kind of necessary in order for one to be like truly successful in the things that they want to create, especially when it comes to art. So like, I don't know, it probably didn't happen then for a reason. Like, I don't think I was meant to have it then. I think it would have been too much too soon. But shit, now I don't know, man. Now I feel like I'm okay with being my authentic self.
Picking up every decision where it's worth it. You know?
Absolutely. I felt like it was all pieces of the puzzle left right now.
Love that. Now, so now we done went down, right, in a mountain. Now let's come back up, right? So now we're gonna come up on this climax. So now moving forward, you know, you did everything you did. You went through, you passed. Now you went through this tunnel. Now you're out the tunnel. So now what are you gonna do to push yourself?
For sure. Like, create. Bottom line. Keep it as simple as that, create. To elaborate on that though, I've been visiting a lot of museums lately. I've been finding a deeper appreciation for art and what its purpose is. And even in my own life, like, I want to create, and I want to create with purpose. I want to create things that have value. I want to create things that are going to have purpose for other people, things that are going to create value for other people. Art is supposed to do something, and it's supposed to start conversations. It's supposed to move people. And if we have the power to start conversations, then we should. Because there's things that we owe responsibility to, like politics, man. Like, it's not something that everybody likes to get their hands dirty with, but at the end of the day, it's something that we all have to deal with, right? Like, So I want to contribute as much as I can. Like before, when I was younger, like I said, I didn't have my focus in place, so like I didn't really have a direction or a vision or an alignment to what I wanted to do, but now I do. I wake up in the morning and my mission statement is to grow and to serve specifically, right? To build and sustain quality connections in attainment of the greatest health, wealth, and wisdom for everyone. And so in everything that I do, that's being infused, and that wasn't before. So like going forward, like create with a purpose, with a vision in mind, with the end in mind, right? So Picasso, I keep telling the homies, bro, like Picasso made 50,000 pieces before he died, right? So like I want to do as much as I fucking can, and then just and see what I can leave behind that does something for somebody. Like, can I take a second to get deep? So like I was telling you, like I took some trips, right? I took some shroom trips and shit. Recently went on a trip and I had a truffle trip. And do you know what truffles are?
No, I don't.
Okay. So truffles are like mushrooms.
Okay.
Right? Because they both contain psilocybin, which is the psychoactive ingredient that makes people
Hallucinate.
trip, yeah.
Trip in a way.
Hallucinate. But in Amsterdam, like mushrooms are illegal. However, they do sell truffles legally in what they call smart shops. So you can go like to a store, and you can walk in and like they'll have like a menu and they'll give you like a booklet and they'll tell you like these are the different ones that you can get, and you know what I'm saying, like these are the effects that it will have, you know, like it'll give you like a
breakdown of the effect.
Yeah, and it'll be very specific so you know what you're getting yourself into, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, but so I had a trip on there with like on the lowest level just to kind of and really just had a kind of meeting of the minds with myself. But just realizing that everybody is just trying to figure out how to make sense of this thing that we call existence, you know? So like when we take a step back, like nobody really knows what the fuck we're doing here. So all we trying to do is help each other figure out how to get from point A to point B. Like, not to be morbid, but like we have a definite line where things end, which is death, and we all know that. Like if we're alive, we know we're gonna die. And so it's like once we start like accepting the fact that we know that we're gonna die, and we intentionally create purpose and meaning in our life, then we make more value out of every individual day, right? And if part of that meaning is like helping each other learn how to coexist so we can make each other's coexistence better, like shit, that's a good reason to create. That's a good reason to make content. You know what I'm saying? That's a good reason to make music. That's a good reason to paint. That's a good reason to sing and play instruments and take pictures and write books and shit, bro. Like I don't know. So yeah, man. I see the necessity for us to be more cohesive, more unified, and like that shit ain't gonna happen until we start having more conversations with each other, right? And those conversations happen from expression, right? And some people express themselves through speaking to each other one-on-one, and some people express through, you know what I'm saying, creating content and creating art and shit like that. So yeah, bro. That's the goal, bro. Make art, create, contribute.
All right, everybody. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. We are definitely gonna do a part 2. Y'all come back, man. Everybody, let them know all your platforms. Let them know your social media. That way they can get at you.
The show. THR33FYs everywhere. Instagram, TikTok. Really like TikTok, Instagram is where I'm at the most. Spotify. Fuck with me on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. You know what I mean? I'm on Prophecy's page. He got some videos with me and GT Garza, me and the homie Young Pedro did some shit. And I got a couple other collabs up the sleeve type shit. So yeah, just, you know, keep your ear.
Yes, sir. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. It's your boy Suave, and we out.
Let's go.